Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Second and 16. To throw from his end zone, Friedman. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench into what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. When the rookie QB gets That's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what?
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Friedman. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
He's checking.
From the gun, Friedman. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Off play action. Friedman. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's brought down. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
A gain of 6 there on first. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
That's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake. Friedman. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
On 1st and 10, Friedman. And that's incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Friedman. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback starting week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Freedman. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Will Fuller. 31 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing out. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Running on first down, Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Going deep here for Allen. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Titans are going to take over here up near the 40. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Throwing to start the drive. Freedman. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, Friedman. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Second and 10. Throwing again. Friedman. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another completion there. And what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now,
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And the return will stop right around the 25. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next score, Chargers 21, Titans 7. Justin Rohrwasser set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Friedman. Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got a man. Complete. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not great starting field position as well.
A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Henry. And down he'll go at the 25.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Off play action, Freedman. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Freedman. He's got Fuller. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates guys. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll look to throw again. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Off play action. Friedman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Curtis Samuel, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after 1 play, it appears that the answer is yes.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Herbert. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 48. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So the Titans bring the offense back out to go for 2. Oh, look at this. They're not even going to get the 2-point play off. Maybe too much indecision. It's going to cost them 5 yards.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up. And
got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's got some space here. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now. Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield? Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Off the play fake, Friedman. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Now for the point after. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. They'll find Williams on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Herbert now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And the Titans are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Curtis Samuel with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Titans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one looks like he'll throw here. this incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Off-play action. Friedman winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too.
And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Titans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that